Hello everyone, and welcome to today's reading. I am Starlight Vessel, and today we are going to be looking at your blessings from now until the end of 2021. In early October, we did have 6 planets in retrograde, so I know this was a chaotic time for many of us. But with Pluto retrograde ending on October 6th, we also had Saturn retrograde ending on October 10th, Jupiter retrograde on October 17th, and Mercury retrograde on October the 18th. So hopefully things will start to sort of slow down and calm down. We definitely want to bring in some positivity and look into the good things that are coming your way. Like I said, until the end of this year. However, if you are watching this and it is no longer October 2021, you can simply watch this video in regards to your blessings for the next 2 months. You can always make any reading timeless that way. All right, so anyways, today we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. For pile number 1, if you want to choose with crystals, we have some Crackle quartz, 2 little pieces here. And then for pile number 2, we have some Angel Aura quartz. You can kind of see some iridescence here, a little bit of a rainbow. And then for pile number 3, we have a natural clear quartz point. So if you need a little bit more time, you can pause the video now and choose the pile that you are most drawn to. And whenever you are ready, you can go down to the description box and click on the timestamp to skip ahead to your personal reading. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Hello, pile number 1. If you are here, you chose these 2 little pieces of Crackle quartz. And as usual, we're going to start off with your tarot cards. So first off, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And then we have the Page of Cups. And we also have the King of Cups. So again, today we are looking into blessings that are coming your way until the end of 2021. And again, if you are watching this at a later time, you can always just use this reading to look into your blessings for the next 2 months. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing for many of you that chose this pile, I think many of you are either actors or in some sort of creative expression. When I see the Page of Cups and the King of Cups together, cups can talk about emotions, wearing your heart on your sleeves, expressing yourself. And the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, tend to be very emotionally intelligent. So they actually do tend to make very good actors if that is a career path that interests you. But if not, other creative expressions like drawing, painting, writing, etc., anything like that, I think you are going to be presented with some opportunity to collaborate. And not just collaborate, but collaborate with people that you get along with really well, that you work with really well, that your talents complement each other. And I think whatever this project is, even if it's not the most financially abundant opportunity, the creative expression that you're going to get to experience is going to be so rewarding that that's not going to matter so much. You're just going to be very fulfilled creatively. And this could be a story that you've been wanting to tell for a long time, or something that you've visualized that you have wanted to execute into existence. This will be a really good time for that. Okay, so next we have Aquarius, the innovator. Experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-oriented, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, idiosyncratic, disruptive, edgy, detached. And then we also have North Node, your destiny, soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, journey. Sorry, these cards have a lot of words under them. I just wanted to make sure that you heard them all. Okay, so with Aquarius here, the innovator, you are definitely going to be able to create something that is very unique, that probably hasn't been done before, or maybe it's been done before, but not in the way that you're visualizing it. Whatever this project is, you are definitely bringing your own twist to it, your own take that nobody else can do but you, because you're the only one that has lived in your shoes and lived your own experiences. You know that saying, write what you know. You are definitely in the process, whether you're just thinking about it or you are now planning and executing this into existence. You are definitely bringing something different, something new and exciting to the table. And with North Node here, this is definitely part of your destiny. This is either going to kickstart your career or it's going to send you completely in the right path. You're going to get to meet the right people, the people that you need in your life to follow your dreams. I mean, I'm sure at this point you have been following your dreams, but what I mean is that when you think about what you really want, your biggest desire, this is going to send you there. Yeah, pile number one, whatever you're doing, this is going to be amazing. Like I said, even if it's not the most financially rewarding opportunity or project, the people that you're going to get to meet along the way and the things that it's going to allow you to do afterwards, the amount of respect that you're going to gain from doing this, like this is just incredible. You are really thinking outside of the box here. All right, so next up we have study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Then we also have safe travel. Keep me safe and let me roam. Far away, but bring me home. Okay, so whatever it is that you're doing, it might actually require you to travel. Or also possibly you're going to go on a trip, whether on vacation, just for fun. And it's going to inspire and kickstart this idea. And the good thing with this study card is that you're not just being creative and artistic. You are putting in the work and you're doing the right research. Like, for example, when you think about writing a script, and yes, writing is fun. It's a creative expression. However, if you are writing about, I don't know, let's say a romance that takes place in Peru, two people that met in Peru, then you need to do research on that country. How do those people live? What do they eat? What do they do for fun? You probably even want to study the language a little bit, etc. So you always want to be well researched on whatever it is that you're creating, right? And maybe with this safe travel card, maybe, I know it's just an example, but if you are writing a story that takes place in Peru, maybe you want to travel to Peru yourself. Okay, and then we also have balance and wealth. Witness your desires blossom and expand when you simply ask for what your soul demands. Wow. And then we have guardianship and protection. Do not fear to lose what you already have. Your heart is a guardian and your soul the brightest star. Yeah, pile number one, I'm kind of getting goosebumps. This time period until the end of 2021, or if you're again watching later, the next 2 months ahead is definitely a good time for you to kickstart your dreams. And the universe is saying all you have to do is ask. Put into perspective what your soul really needs to thrive and be happy. And I think you know that, especially being so close to doing something that is going to set your heart aflame. But I think now would be the time to actually create that vision board, make that manifestation list, really, really put that out into the universe. And your spirit guides also want you to know that this is a period where you are extremely protected. There's nothing for you to fear at this point. There is so much power in knowing exactly who you are, what you want in this life, and going after it. And that is exactly what you're going to be doing. And many of you have probably already started the process. Okay, and we also have yin yang, creating harmony through balance. Lots of that as well. We have balance here. And then we have 9 of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, protection. Yeah, your guides definitely want to address that you are extremely protected at this time. So whether you travel or anything like that, you are going to be safe. This 9 of Hearts card kind of reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles in the tarot. That kind of, that independent woman who has made her dreams come true and she has everything she needs. You are definitely on the right path to making that a reality for yourself. So if you have been feeling a little bit frustrated, if things have been a little bit slow lately, if you are an artist, you probably have been working on your craft for many, many years without much payoff. It's extremely hard to make it as an artist in this world. But patience and perseverance and never giving up on your dreams, eventually it always pays off. With this yin yang card, I almost see a perfect balance here of knowing what it's like to have nothing or not have much, or not making a lot off of your work, your creative works. And so when you do become successful, or more successful to the point that you can make a living off of it, then it's not going to go to your head. You are in perfect harmony with yourself and your creations. I think many of you have been humbled by life. And maybe the universe just wanted to make sure that when success did come to you, that you would understand that struggle so that you can continue to sympathize and be an empath along your path of success, so that you never feel like you're better than anyone, so that whatever project you undertake, you treat everyone as an equal. If you are on a film set, for example, you're going to treat the production assistant just as you would treat the producer. Both are just as important to the making of the film, right? Without the production assistant, there might not have been anyone to run last-minute errands. Maybe the crew wouldn't be fed, or they wouldn't be fed on time. Maybe the shoot for that day wouldn't be finished on time. So everyone must be treated as an equal part to the whole. Every piece as essential as the next, no matter of status or title. But yeah, I think this is something you are already aware of because of how life has been set up for you. You have been humbled in the past. And when we see Aquarius here, Aquarius is a sign that doesn't really judge people. They kind of just let people be. They let them be themselves. And I think that is something you have now. You value everything that each individual person brings to the table. You listen to everybody. And you probably also know how to take criticism at this point, so that your project can be the best it can be. Okay, and the last card we have here is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay, so maybe some of you have lately been working a little bit too hard. And if in this last month or so, you have felt that you're working super hard on your goals, and it hasn't been going anywhere. Maybe just take a week off from it, maybe go take a vacation. Maybe that's exactly what you need right now, so that when you come back reinvigorated. And this whole spread has been indicative of your success at the end of the year, or at the very least, a kickstart to your success. So if this is what you need, take a break, reignite that passion for yourself, because look what's coming up. Look what's next in life for you. Do not give up now. This was an extraordinarily positive reading. Not only are you going to get to collaborate and be creative, you're also going to do the right research. You're going to bring in your unique take, something inventive and new. You're going to get to travel for work for this project, or take a vacation and be inspired. And you're being sent on the path to your destiny. Come on, Pile 1. What a beautiful and amazing message Spirit had for you today. But it's also because you've put in so much work. And yeah, maybe you've had your little moments of doubt and exhaustion and even burnout, but you have never really given up. And that's why you are where you are now, and why you're going to be exactly where you need to be in a few months' time. Okay, pile number 1, I don't think there's much else I can say other than to keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. You're on the right track, my friends. Okay, so I think I will leave you there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this reading resonated. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, you can always do that on my website at starlightvessel.com, or you can always join my spiritual family on Instagram at starlightvessel. And if you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me. And subscribe if you would like to see any future videos from me. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night. And with that, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. If you are here, you chose this Angel Aura Quartz. As usual, we're going to start off with your tarot cards. All right, so first off, we have this 8 of Wands reversed. And then we have the 9 of Wands reversed. Then we also have the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So what I'm first seeing is that many of you may have lately been feeling like you've had to kind of be on the defense, that things have been moving along rather slowly, and that maybe your work has not been paying off, or that you haven't been making what you're worth. But since we are looking at blessings coming for you until the end of 2021, or if you're watching this at a later time, you can just look at your blessings for the next 2 months. I think what Spirit wants you to know is that your blessings are kind of coming in disguise. They're blessings that you do not see coming at all whatsoever. The way I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles reversed is like, yeah, the fruits of her labor have paid off. They did grow. She planted the seeds and they did grow. But she had to look upside down, and even in the upright, she had to look in a direction that wasn't in front of her in order to see them. You know, the rewards weren't blatantly right in front of her face. And when things are happening slowly, or they're not happening as fast as they thought we would, then maybe we can kind of start to think that they're never coming. But Spirit wants you to know that they are. And it's possible that some of you may have been criticized. You know, you always have those negative Nancys in your life where when they're like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you still doing this? It's not going anywhere. Like maybe it's time for you to move on from your dream or something like that. And it's like, no, you don't stop just because it's slow building success. Like, no, success comes to those who are patient, who do not give up in the face of adversity. And yeah, Spirit is saying, just keep going and you're going to be rewarded in a way that you couldn't even imagine. It's going to be so unexpected. Just hang in there a little bit longer. All right, so let's look at your next set of cards. We have 11th house, the edge, friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, the future. And then we also have moon, feelings, instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. Sorry that these cards have a lot of words under them. I just wanted to read them to make sure that you know what it says, because I don't know if you can read them because the words are super tiny. With the 11th house, which is typically in astrology the house of friendships and also of hopes and dreams, I think Spirit is saying either that the right friend groups are coming to you, or that you kind of need to ignore everybody else and only listen to the people that you have common goals with, that really respect you, see your vision, and believe in you. We do not need to pay any mind to negativity, okay? People who respect your feelings, who respect the things that you want in life. In the next 2 months or until the end of 2021, if you don't have it already, you will find that sense of community with the right people. And you don't have to cut off everyone who doesn't necessarily see eye to eye with your vision, because maybe it's not that they're mean-spirited or that they don't have faith in you at all. Just when it comes to the things that you want to do, they simply don't understand. And maybe you just need to have a different sort of relationship with them. Like maybe so-and-so is not the person that you want to share your dreams and your goals and your desires with, because they're just not going to understand them. So maybe in that regard, it's just best to keep that to yourself when it comes to this person or this group of people in particular. You know, Aquarius is the ruler of the 11th house, and Aquarius can be very different, unconventional. And so maybe it's hard for other people to understand you. But yeah, like we were just talking about, Spirit wants you to know that those people do exist. You will find your way to them, and your life is going to be so much more empowered because of that. Because yeah, then we have the moon, which is ruled by Cancer. And so the right people will nurture, will water, not just your feelings, but also your hopes, your dreams, and your desires. You know, but aside from that, also know that you have the power within yourself. You don't really need anybody else to believe in you. As long as you have your eye on the prize and you know exactly what you want, there is nobody that can tell you not to do it. There is nobody that can stop you. Do things happen right away? No, not always. But just because you started something and it didn't have immediate success, that doesn't mean that you should stop. It doesn't mean that you can quit. And a lot of people think that way, especially people that are not creatives and maybe they're more practical. Like to them, maybe something that isn't stable, that doesn't bring in a steady income, doesn't make sense to them. Like that's their meaning of success, and that's fine. And if they try to push it on you, like that's not fair to you, because maybe you think you are a different person and you do life differently. And success means something different to you than it does to them. So the people that need that steady job, that need that steady income, that practical career in order to feel successful, that's totally fine if that works for them, if that's what makes them happy. But you don't ever have to let that rub off on you or feel that you should fit that mold in order to be seen as successful by other people. And maybe they won't see you as successful, but Spirit is saying, who cares? Pay attention to your own feelings, to your own desires. Just because you may not want that practical career does not mean that you don't have goals, and it does not mean that you can't be successful. The words rebellion and the future just stuck out to me. So I think you are meant to do something that's never been done before. When something's never been done before, that means there is no clear path forward. You have to create that path yourself. There is no one guiding you. Like, imagine how hard it is to navigate to a place that no one's ever been to before. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery for someone to do that. And that's more in line with the type of person you are, instead of just doing what everybody else does, what everybody else is told to do, what everybody is told is the modicum of success. And frankly, you're just not willing to follow. And yeah, of course, when you're carving your own path, of course, that's going to take a lot longer than somebody going down a path that was already created and has been walked down thousands, hundreds of thousands of times. But you are just too special to do that. And yeah, again, the right people are going to appreciate the heck out of you. They're going to respect your feelings, your wants, your desires. You may feel more comfortable expressing your biggest dreams to them, and they're not even going to flinch. They're just going to be like, wow, cool. And without a shadow of a doubt, believe that you can do it, that you can accomplish it. Those are the kind of people that the 11th house brings in. And these are the kind of people that are either starting to make an appearance, or they're going to be in your life by the end of 2021, or again in the next 2 months or so, from whenever it is that you're watching this video. All right, so next up we have Justice. By the power of 3x3, Matt, deliver justice to me. And then we have Imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Ooh. Yeah, I get a strong feeling that many of you have dealt with a lot of people that have tried to contradict you, have tried to tell you that what you want in life is not feasible. But when you stop giving them, paying them less attention, start giving the attention to the right people, or start spending more of your time with the right people, things will balance themselves out. And eventually those people that maybe couldn't understand where you were coming from, when they see you succeed, they will get it. And it sucks that you have to get to a place of maybe some sort of material abundance for them to see it. But it's only because their vision is so limited. That's not your fault. And there's not much that can be done about it. But it's not for you that it sucks, really. It's them. It's for them. Like I said, unless they're entirely happy living a life that pretty much so many hundreds of thousands of people live, nothing wrong with it. But at the very least, they will one day understand why it is that you chose to live a certain way, different from their own ideals. And it's interesting here, we have a 5, and then we have a 41, which in numerology also breaks down to a 5. And again, with the 11th house ruled by Aquarius and Uranus, the planet of change and the unpredictable, you are going to move and shake things around. You are likely going to make some sort of impact on a global scale. Again, doing things that no one else has dared to do or that nobody else has thought to do before. Your imagination is huge. Some of you may be scientists or inventors of some sort. And this doesn't necessarily mean that, you're going to be famous or a celebrity. I mean, who knows? It could very well be that. But even if what you create, whatever you invent, whatever path you choose to go down, I think it will impact the world, even if it's in the most subtlest of ways. Like the person that created the paper straws and the biodegradable utensils. I don't know their names, but the impact they've had on the world, on the oceans, is huge. So whatever it is that you're thinking, my innovators, keep at it. I think at the end of 2021, you're really going to be kickstarted into this very unique path. Spirit is just saying, they understand that it's been very difficult, that it's felt very frustrating, that maybe it's caused you to feel impatient or maybe even a little bit defeated. But just keep at it. The right people that you need by your side are coming. All right, and then we also have Ocean of Eternal Love. Oh, healing, creativity, fertility. And then we have Zen Garden, Inner Sanctuary. So with this card, the peace that you need, obviously it's inside of yourself. I think part of what you need to make your visions a reality, your inventions a reality, is to just quiet the world around you. Don't pay so much attention to what people think about you, what they say about you, whether they think that what you want to do is possible or not. And this card right here is just a huge confirmation that the right people are coming to you. All this self-doubt that you have had to endure because of the limited way that so many people think, you're going to start healing from that and realize that what's inside of your own mind is so much more powerful than the opinions of others. So definitely this healing process, this boost in your self-belief is one of the blessings that's coming for you from now until the end of 2021 or within the next 2 months. Okay, and then we also have separation and conflict. Turn your problems into opportunities. Treat hostility with kindness. And then we have destruction and rejection. Finding stillness is like sailing up a river. Chaotic at the beginning, peaceful towards the closure. Yeah, this is also confirmation that you guys have dealt with a lot of people that were probably unkind to you, that possibly lowered your self-confidence, that told you that the things you wanted were not possible. If it is what feels the most comfortable, the most right for you, maybe you do need to separate from these people. Love them from afar. And I think creating that distance from those people is what then is going to bring in the right ones. You don't need to water dead plants anymore. You can turn inward, find that inner peace, that inner sanctuary, and really visualize what it is, what qualities you want in the people that are closest to you, so that you can almost manifest the right friends. And it's not like I'm saying that you need to depend on other people to believe in you or to understand you, but it helps. It makes life a lot easier, right? And these rejections that you may have faced, like I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, were blessings in disguise. I do think for many of you, you probably have applied to many jobs, many positions, and you kept getting rejected. But it's because that's not what you were meant to do. You are meant for so much greater than probably working for somebody else. Like exactly what I was talking about. Carving your path is harder, but it's so much more rewarding. Working for someone else can only get you so far, at least when it comes to the big ideas that you have in your head. You're a mover and a shaker, and the path that you create is going to lead so many others to the right place. Okay, and lastly, we have Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. We do have 2 ocean-related cards. For many of you, maybe the ocean is healing. Maybe you need to take a trip to the ocean, or you will take a trip to the ocean in the next 2 months, possibly even go scuba diving, whale watching. This is a little bit more far-fetched and less generalized. But if the ocean calls to you, maybe some of you are marine biologists, or you want to help save ocean species, oceanic species, something grand, help save the ocean. From the last few things that I said, take what resonates, because it's these are very specific messages, and not all of those little things are going to apply to all of you. But it could even be something like some of you are going to be taking a cruise, and it's going to help you clear your mind and really find your inner peace. And maybe on that cruise you'll find somebody that is exactly who you needed as a friend. But again, just to touch back on the original subject, what blessings are coming into your life soon? A surge of your imagination, a respect for your imagination, a respect for your inventions, your innovations, justice for how others have treated you. And it doesn't mean bad things are going to happen to you. They could simply come around and just understand you or let you be and create distance from the people that you don't need so close to you and bring in the right people, the right friends. And then this super specific message that could be a blessing in the form of a cruise, a vacation to the ocean, if you don't live near the ocean. And if you do, maybe you haven't been to the ocean, haven't visited the beach in a while, and maybe you need to take a walk along the sea and breathe in some of that saltwater air. Reinvigorate yourself, maybe meditate by the ocean. Okay, overall, I see a lot of respect coming your way. And whatever it is that you're thinking, that you're going after, if you've already started to carve that path for yourself, don't stop. Keep going. I think Spirit may have even hid stuff from me in this reading, because when we were talking about earlier, a lot of these blessings are blessings in disguise and are a little unpredictable. I think Spirit doesn't want you to know all of the blessings coming your way. They want to surprise you. So just keep focusing on yourself and don't allow yourself to be consumed by unwanted criticism or the opinions of others. And you are going to be solid good. You are going to accomplish great things. You have visions that nobody else does. The world needs whatever it is that you're bringing to the table. Okay, my lovely pile number 2s, I will leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. If you would ever like to order a personal reading from me, you can always do that on my website at starlightvessel.com. And of course, you're always welcome to join my spiritual family on Instagram at starlightvessel as well. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as it always helps me, and subscribe if you would like to see future videos from me. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night, and with that, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hello, pile number 3. If you are here, you chose this natural clear quartz point. And as usual, we're going to start off with your tarot cards. You guys got one extra than the other piles. Sometimes that just happens. One flies out and I'm like, I think this one wants to be read. A little extra message from Spirit. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands. We also have the Queen of Swords, and sorry, both of them are reversed. And then we have the Star. And we also have the 7 of Cups. So looking into the blessings that are coming your way until the end, from now until the end of 2021, or just within the next 2 months, depending on when you're watching this reading. You can always make it a timeless reading this way if you wanted to revisit it at another time. But I think with this 4 of Wands and Queen of Swords reversed, I think this is maybe your most present state of mind, or from the very recent past, maybe feeling an unstable home environment and maybe some lack of clarity, indecision, not knowing where to go next. Maybe even feeling like you don't have a home, or feeling a little lost in terms of who you really are and maybe what you should be doing in this life. But what's coming for you with the Star and the 7 of Cups? Spirit wants you to know that your sense of self-worth, your hopes, your dreams, all of that will be reinvigorated within the next 2 months, and you're going to have a lot of options. I think when other people or businesses, etc., see you shining in your most authentic self, are going to reach out to you. And you might even feel a little overwhelmed with oh my God, all of these things are coming my way. What do I choose? What's right for me? You will know though. There may be a little confusion at first, a little of overwhelm, but you'll make the right decision. And really, if whatever feels right for you is the right decision, you might even be able to combine more than one thing. Make it unique to yourself. Okay, so let's look at your next cards. We have semi-sextile, allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. And then we also have Aries, the radical, active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, competitive. All right, sorry, I know that was quite the mouthful. The words are just super tiny, and I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick them up, so I just want to make sure that you know exactly what it says. But anyway, with all that, the seize the potential in is really sticking out to me, especially about what I was just saying. I think so many people are going to see the potential in you, and that's why all these offers are going to come your way. And I love that we have Aries here, because that clarifies that you're not just going to feel genuine in your most authentic self, that you're going to feel powerful because of it. Knowing who you are and what you want adds a lot of power, that you're going to feel really assertive in saying no and saying yes. Like when somebody asks you a question and it's something that you don't want to do, you're going to say no without hesitation. When it's something that you want to do, you're going to say yes without hesitation. There's no fear here. There is only the knowledge of the things that you want and the things that you don't want. This Queen of Swords is going to flip. You're going to know how to cut through the BS. And not just the BS, but things that, you know, maybe they're good opportunities, but they're not for you. So you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt, like, you know what, thank you for the opportunity, but this is not for me. And knowing that is very powerful. And maybe you are going to learn to be a little bit more selfish. Maybe you have been a little bit too selfless with family or with close friends. And now it's time to be a little bit more selfish with your time, with your energy. You need to put that energy into yourself and your goals, your desires, whatever it is that you want in this life. And maybe not everyone will understand, but Aries is like, I don't give a bleep. You know, like, you either let me go after what I want and don't get in the way, or I'm going to leave you behind. Simple as that. This is a very cute synchronicity here with this plant growing stars and the star card. You're planting things that are rare, that bear rare fruit, you know, just like stars are growing from that plant. That's not really possible here on Earth, but you're able to do things that are not possible for most. And maybe you have forgotten that a little bit along the way, especially if you have been going through a little bit of some tough times. But in these next 2 months, you are definitely going to get reconnected with your boss energy and that fearlessness of just being your complete and true and most authentic self. All right, we also have divine guidance, whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. And then we have true love come to me. True love shall come to me as I do will, so mote it be. Okay, so some of you might have some love coming in these next 2 months or until the end of 2021. It would make sense if you're putting your most genuine self forward, that then brings in the right person for you. These options here in the Seven of Cups could even be options of lovers. And yeah, with this semi-sextile, it does say allowing right under it. So allowing your soulmate to come in, allowing the right opportunities to come in. Simply by being yourself, you're allowing these things to happen. You know how they say, we attract what we are. So when you are yourself in the most plain truth, that everyone who turns to look at you knows who you are, it's going to ward off the wrong and it's going to bring in the right. Because no one's going to be confused about who you are or what you want. By matching the frequency of your authentic self, you then match the frequency of everything that you want and desire. It's almost basically the same thing as manifesting. When you, like, for example, when you want to manifest wealth, but you don't feel wealthy, you don't feel like you have a lot, you then cannot manifest wealth because you feel poor or you feel like you don't have enough. So how can you bring in wealth when you don't match that frequency? So sometimes you even kind of have to trick yourself. Or just practice gratitude. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on the things that you have that you're grateful for. And therefore you match the frequency of gratitude, of abundance. And then you bring more to yourself. But here with the star card, I think you don't even have to fake it. You genuinely feel this sense of gratitude for who you are, for who you have become. And there's this beautiful sense of self-love. And when you truly love yourself, it then opens the door for other people to love you. And in this case, a lot more people to love you. Nothing wrong with that. You are irresistible when you're yourself. That is sexy as hell. Aries is sexy as hell. Because even this girl in the Seven of Cups, we don't often see the Seven of Cups like that. Like, she looks so, like, not smug, but, you know, she has a smirk on her face. Like, I know my options. And even this guy on the bottom's like a little devilish. And even with the horns of Aries, maybe a little bit of this mischievous energy, but without ill intent, you know. I think you're just having fun with life, or you're going to be having fun with life. And a lot more fun than you've been having probably recently. You're throwing the towel on everything that isn't meant for you. Some of you may even be leaving a stable job or stable income, but feeling so good about it that you know there's more to life than complacency. And when you uproot your life like that, yeah, it can cause some uncertainty. But within the next 2 months, you're going to find yourself again. You're going to be a badass bee. You're going to radiate so much confidence and even sex appeal for many of you that all these opportunities, whether that's for career or for love, or maybe both, and they're just going to come your way. All right. And then we also have lost love, surrender, healing, release. Okay. And we also have reflection, illusion, self-examination, distortion. So I definitely think that these are things that you're moving away from. Everything on this side of the tarot is what happens as a result of getting over this lost love. And if it's not lost love, you know, something that you feel like you lost, or something that you gave up, like a job, or you left your home, or, you know, something like that, that maybe you questioned if you really did the right thing or not. But I think obviously with the energy that we saw with the next 2 months, you obviously did do the right thing. And with proper reflection, you're going to see that. So it's possible you have been going through the process of healing, releasing whatever it was that you let go of, you know, but what Spirit wants you to know is that there's so much to be proud of. And if you're not proud of yourself yet, you definitely will be. No doubt in my mind. Maybe you've been down on yourself a little bit, and maybe you're still there, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. If you were in a relationship with somebody, if you lived with somebody that you thought was the love of your life, and you had to move out from, if you shared a home with them and you had to move out, of course, that's extremely disrupting and distorts your sense of self when you shared a home and an identity almost with somebody else. That's not going to be true for every single one of you, but I'm just throwing out different scenarios of what this could be. Yeah, if you're listening to this pile, I think most of you either had a sort of recent breakup, or you left a job that kind of disrupted your stability, or you moved out of a home that was no longer bringing you joy. But again, Spirit wants you to know that you absolutely 100% did the right thing. Whatever situation this was not meant for you. It was not causing you peace, and it was not true to who you really are. And in the next 2 months, you're going to find that again. And that's the biggest blessing that's coming to you right now. If you are listening to this pile and you recently had a breakup, you know, I don't want you to think that you're going to just get into another relationship soon. Because if that is the case, you should definitely take time to yourself to rediscover yourself before jumping into the next relationship. That's just personal advice that I have for you. It's not necessarily what the cards are saying. So I do want to separate that. But what the cards are saying is that in time, because you let go of this person or this situation, the right love then will find you, even if it's not within the next 2 months. It could be that you'll meet the person and you won't date them right away, but they're going to present themselves in your life. And when the time is right, then you will form a very extremely loving relationship with this new and truest version of yourself. Okay, and then we also have this card, Dance with Life, do something to change your energy. So this card keeps coming up. So if you have now watched a few of my videos and even followed me on social media, and you keep getting this card, let me know, because I definitely shuffle my cards like really well. And this is from an oracle deck that I actually combined, so it's huge. I'll show you in a minute. I put the Starseed Oracle and the Work Your Light Oracle together. Let me show you. So it's this chunky mama. And yeah, like I shuffle him a lot. And I don't know why that card keeps popping up, but it's definitely a repeating message that some of you here need to hear. So yeah, for those of you that are still kind of in this Four of Wands and Queen of Swords reversed state of mind, definitely do whatever it is that you need to start that healing process. And it can start with reflection, maybe meditation. Some of you might literally need to dance. Just turn on some music in your living room and dance around for an hour. I don't know if this is true for many other people. It is for me. When I just set time aside in my day to dance, I kind of start talking to myself in my head, and a lot of my thoughts start to make more sense. A lot of people do that in the shower, you know, and I like to do that while dancing. Or you just need to start moving your body more. Maybe you've been a little bit too sedentary and just going out for a walk, a nature walk or something like that. Something that will allow you to see different environments. And like it says here, change your energy. Let me try and actually get one more card from this deck for you guys. Because it does, you know, come out a lot. Okay, we have Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Laws, Wisdom. Look a little deeper. So these cards are definitely advice for your current energies, because what you're going to be doing in the next 2 months is definitely, I think, a confirmation that you do take this advice, whether from this reading or from outside, from a friend. There is something that you're going to do that causes you to push forward. Something that motivates you, that fills you with a sense of drive again, that makes you realize what a freaking badass you are. And with this reflection again, and look a little deeper, some of those answers are within yourself completely. And I think with whatever it is that you left behind here, or whatever it is that you're in the process of leaving behind, Spirit wants you to know that there are hidden secrets there. I think maybe you are leaving it behind kind of with a gut feeling, like something just feels off or wrong, and you don't know the entire truth. So with hidden secrets, it's like, yeah, you are 100% doing the right thing. There are things you don't even know that you probably don't want to know. So it's just a huge confirmation that you are 100% doing the right thing, or that you 100% did the right thing in cutting somebody off, in breaking up with somebody, in moving away from a home where you didn't feel comfortable. So whatever it was, yeah, there's information there that you don't even realize yet, all the ways in which it was wrong for you. But your gut feeling, your intuition served you so well, and you should be so proud of yourself for that. Okay, and then we also have healing and dissolution. Treat your healing with resilience. Rub your bruises gently. Yeah, be nice to yourself. I can't imagine that whatever you went through or are going through is or was easy, but you know, you stood in your truth. You knew what was right for you and what was wrong for you, and you did the thing. So even give yourself a pat in the back and know that better things are coming for you. Okay, and we also have fulfillment and serenity. Watching things grow at their own pace can be more rewarding than attaining them. The things that are coming for you until the end of 2021, or again, the next 2 months, are going to be a huge reward from the universe for standing your ground, for standing in your truth, from walking away from things that are not right for you. The universe rewards that tenfold. The tarot is revealing options and opportunities coming your way, but I don't even think you know. You have no idea what's coming for you. You may have no idea of the magnitude of these blessings. Yeah, for many of you, this star card, for some reason, I just see this beautiful single person that is a catch like no other. And it's going to be hard for someone to deserve you. But that person will eventually come if you are not already in a relationship. If you are already in a happy relationship or a marriage, then this is probably talking more about a career or a job that you left behind. And it's going to be something that you absolutely love to do. And the opportunities for success are going to present themselves. They're going to be there. And again, you're going to know what to say no to and what to say yes to. You're going to have this complete clarity of mind and sense of self-worth and self-knowledge as well, knowing exactly who you are and the things that are right for you. So don't forget to follow your guidance, and especially your inner guidance. your own intuition. You have already done it or are doing it, and you're doing so wonderful at it. And once again, the universe is going to reward you so much for being true to yourself. Your ancestors also have your back for the things that you don't even know what went on behind the scenes. And they're also extremely proud of you. Okay, pile number 3, I think I will leave you there. Thank you so much for watching. If you would ever like to order a personal reading from me, you can always do that on my website at starlightvessel.com. And of course, you are always welcome to join my spiritual family on my Instagram at starlightvessel. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me a lot. And subscribe if you would like to see any future videos from me. I hope that you are having a wonderful day or night. And with that, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!